Puppy alert. I got him this time.
There's another cute one down below us here.
We have it all figured out now.
So,
Hello, happy Monday, everyone. Glad to have you with us.
you ready to sing? You
I'm
gonna hold
ready
on
to
for the whole
sing.
song?
No.
He likes Stephen Foster songs. I want to thank Bob Crownfield for calling me the other day, giving me a couple tips on the compressor and our software, and so I've been experimenting with that, and we'll see how you like it today. That's to keep it so you can hear us talking a little better and make everything kind of even. Ready?
All right, almost, yeah.
That scratching sound is the dog trying to dig a hole in the ground on the rug below us.
Well, we're glad to have you with us again on a Monday, and we're sharing with you Hard Times. Bert, thank you for the request. We always enjoy doing this song. It's a beautiful song, and it
Ready?
start out this way. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let us pause in life's pleasures and count the many tears while we all sup sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times come again no more. While we seek mirth and beauty and music light and gay, there are frail forms fainting at the door. Though their voices are silent, their pleading looks will say, oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. There's a pale sorrow maiden who toils her life away with a worn heart whose better days are old. Though her voice would be merry, just sighing all the day. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. It's a sigh that is wafted across the lonely plains. It's a wail that is heard upon the shore. It's a dirge that is murmured across the lonely grave. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Oh, hard times come again no more.
All right.
Thank you, Bert, for the request.
Yeah, we got another request coming up here. This is Narissa's Journey.
Right.
And this is
Keith Garvins and Marcia, we hope you're with us early in the show. Sometimes I hope my mom's watching. Hi, Mom. It's funny, Monday night rolls around and people get busy and they forget or they have other plans. But
And your dad and Barb mentioned that the puppy was pretty cute.
oh, good. Yeah, they've met Gus, I believe. I know Violet's been to their house.
Yes, yeah.
I forget how many times, which time we were by with which puppies. So,
So Keith and Marcia
yeah,
down in Byron.
requested
I
this
think
song.
they moved. I think they moved to Missouri or something like
I
that.
think they did.
They'd have to show me, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the show me state,
Mm-hmm.
right? Minnesota is the show me again state, because we didn't believe it the first time. You know. I'm sending this out to my granddaughter Lexi. One day, a long time ago, she picked up the guitar and started playing this. I said, "When did you learn that?" She goes, "Oh, I was trying to show you up." And she has continually since then. What brought you here today? What perils seem to mark your way? Was there a wind? Were there fires? Did you give in to old desires? Did you rise? Did you fall? Was there anything at all? Was there anything at all? What did you learn along the way? Who did you meet? What did you say? Were your eyes open wide? Did you see the other side? Did you bleed? Did you sin? Would you do it all again? Would you do it all again? One thing about light, it's always new. It's at the speed of light that I see you. When it shines on your face, all the gravity's erased. Sometimes red or silver blue, everyone's a different you. Everyone's a different you. What brought you here today? What perils seem to mark your way? Was there a wind? Were there fires? Did you give in to old desires? Did you rise? Did you fall? Was there anything at all? Was there anything at all? Was there anything at all? Was there anything at all?
Keith, thank you for that request. I do love that song. So as Bill put out a note on Facebook today, if you have any requests during the show, we'll try to catch it on that. Or for next week, let us know. Also, possibly, if there's something you might want us to learn. Or
Yeah, like some of our new songs.
yeah, remember that one that you were working on a while ago? Get that one finished.
The one I was just going through my notes of all my songwriting notes were in one box, and I was sorting through them and throwing out some stuff that didn't have anything to do with songs, and just notes and things and travel plans from 2007, and I found some lyrics for songs that I'd forgotten that I had written. And I started thinking, this might happen now. I might be able to separate all this stuff out, so I get, take the wheat and separate the chaff, and go write some more songs. And so I'm excited about it because I have some stuff one of the songs I was working on is called Earth and Sky, and I'd really love it, but I couldn't know where to go with it after I'd written two verses, and which just happens to me a lot. This is the longest I've ever gone though. It's 10 years. And that's what it was. I saw the date on the lyrics, and it was 10 years ago. That's terrible.
Can't believe it.
That's terrible. But
I've been hearing about it for a while, but I didn't know
old
it was
and new.
10 years that I've been hearing about it.
That's pretty sure. An album called Something Old, Something New, Something Borrowed, Something Blues. we doing?
This one.
Oh, all right. So some of you caught our show yesterday, our first live with a socially distanced audience at Ursa Minor Brewing, and it was a lot of fun. It was really interesting to go to set up for a show again. We hadn't done that since about March 8th at Oscar Shearer State Park in Florida, and so doing that was really interesting. Now today, when we were getting ready, I got the gear all set up. I worked on the lights. I worked on the compressor for the audio. And then I was done about 2 hours before we were going to start. And I was walking around in the kitchen like 2 minutes to go, like 1 minute to go. And I felt like I was backstage and waiting for them to announce us and that we're going to come out. Because a couple of times we've done concerts like that where we got introduced.
I remember that one, yeah.
That was that one we did, and they wouldn't. They said, well, go into the green room. It was down below the stage in the basement, and then we'll tell you when to come up. And I said, well, I kind of like hanging around with people. And they said, we don't want you to do that. We want the mystery. The curtain's going to be closed, and you're going to be on the stage, and we're going to announce you and open the curtain. And they announced us, and they opened up the curtain, and you heard the applause. It was like,
I think it sat maybe 200 people.
And there were 10 to 15 people there.
We were happy to see them. We knew quite a few of them, and it was a great time. But it was surprising because we didn't know what to expect.
It was long ago in a far-off state.
So this is a song we haven't done for a few shows. It's called "This Small Town." And so if you, those of you that are not from Duluth and are listening, maybe from Missouri or Byron or something, this is about small towns. Just a few ideas, but it's not about every small town at all.
4, 5, 1.
Okay, 1, 2.
1, 2.
5, 1, 4, 3.
I'll do the count now.
1, 2.
4.
In this small town, I know everyone. If you want, you can climb the hill, watch the setting sun. In the day, the clothes hang out to dry, and of course, there's fireworks on the 4th of July. Levee holds the river back, and the train rolls along the track, and there's goodwill and no looking back.
No fireworks this year.
In the spring, Luann plants marigolds along the path leads up to her family's old front porch. When I walk by, I say a prayer for them. Hope someday they'll let that color in. Levee holds the river back, and the train rolls along the track, and there's goodwill and no looking back. This small town is my home, though it was bypassed years ago. But it's the heart and breath and soul of everything I've ever known. I cannot let it go. Come Friday nights, there's music in the park. Roller skating, horseshoes, and games till dark. Red velvet cake and apple pie, with homemade ice cream to gaze at the sky. Levee holds the river back, and the train rolls along the track, and there's goodwill and no looking back. The levee holds the river back, and the train rolls along the track, and there's goodwill and no looking back.
Forgot how that song went. You did a great job singing it, though. You sang
Thank
everything
you.
just right.
Yeah, thank you.
Amongst the muddle of chords and things. And
Got it. Yeah. Well, we just wanted to share that one with you. Interestingly, 4th of July was in there. So I always put this song on the set list. Linda and Pete, I think you might enjoy this one, and we always enjoy having you with us. This song is Bill's song called Weightless, and we often talk when we're out for walks or when we're together. We often talk about our childhood adventures and experiences, and this has a bit of Bill's childhood in here, and we're very fortunate because we both had great places where we grew up and experiences. So
as you know,
thankful for that.
We've been hiking a lot, and we have a hawk ridge right above our and Hawk Ridge is not just a road where people watch hawks. It's a massive wilderness area right in town here. And when you the other day we drove to my daughter's house, which is not far from where I was raised before I was 9 years old, and she lives about 2 blocks from there. And then we walked on trails all the way back to our home, 5 miles, and we only had to cross a couple streets. And it was really just great, but it brought back so many childhood memories because it's such a magical place, and we have these stone bridges on the different routes and things, and so it's pretty fun. And but when we lived in town, my parents decided to move to the country, and they talked a guy into selling 40 acres, a beautiful property with a river running through it, and thick birch forest, and they bought us all horses and ponies, and then we moved. They started building the house, and as soon as that house was weatherproof, we moved into it, which was the next spring. We actually commuted for a whole year out to the rural school, and I never really talked to my parents about it, why they wanted to get us out of that school we were in, but they brought us out to what's called Hermantown, and we went to Hermantown School starting in 4th grade. But I felt like such an outsider there because I come from town, I had good school years and a lot of good friends from school that I still stay in contact with now, and some of you are watching right now. And so when my parents bought the ponies, they got in late with the horse trailers, and so they brought them to our house in Hunters Park, which is just over the hill here, and put the horses in the garage for the night, and then packed them up in the morning and drove them out to the acreage. And I have a photo that I just found recently that I put in my liner notes of my newest album, showing the day that we opened up the back of the trailer, and there's my brothers and my ponies waiting to be taken out, and ridden hither and thither. More hither and thither this week. So that's a little bit about that story. I was 9 years old. Well, I started writing this song started thinking about the things that get away from you, like if you don't hold on to them and if you don't love them, and so I was writing it, and I wrote the middle verse first. It was about losing that dream of flying, about not having that dream anymore. And then it just evolved into my own personal life. And then the next day I went and wrote, I was down in Nashville, and I went out for coffee, and I wrote the first verse after the second and third verses. And then I played it out, and then the next day I wrote the chorus and played it out again. When I was 9, I got a pony. I brushed and rode him every day. But in my teens, I got distracted. I knew my dad would haul the hay. I was gone when Daddy sold him, hanging downtown every day. Another kid would feed and ride him. What we don't love will surely slip away. I used to dream that I was weightless. I'd just push off and take to flight. But that was all before the hurting. wrapped its weight around my night. Now my feet are firmly planted. The sailing ship stays anchored in the bay. I still recall those dreams, but knowing the memories will fade, slip away, slip away. The memories will fade and slip away, slip away. The memories will fade and slip away. I always thought that I could fix it, but there it's shattered on the floor. Its shape is gone, I don't remember what part goes where now anymore. Everyone thought ours was lovely, and around so long it's bound to stay. But we both knew its days were numbered. We lost our grip and let it slip away, slip away. We lost our grip, let it slip away, slip away. We lost our grip, let it slip away. I used to dream that I was weightless. I just push off and take to fly. All right. Thank you. Welcome to Michael and Grace Carlson and Michael's parents, Roy and Sandy, in Michigan. They're all watching
they're
together in
together.
Michigan.
Hi, everybody.
I'm so glad, because I was just thinking about you guys today. So I'll tell you that right now, because I was thinking about the CHOP district in Seattle. And I thought, I wonder where that is. And I looked at it and I saw where you lived, and you're like 2 blocks from the edge of it. And wow.
Well, we have very good friends, Michael and Grace, and Michael's parents and your family. So, hello, great to have you with us. My goodness, we spent some time together.
Yeah, they had to sell their house to keep us from staying with them.
Yeah, they had to get rid of us. So.
And Kate tried to stop them by burning some kale right before they had a showing.
We stayed with Michael and Grace at their home in Sarasota, and
For years.
So we thank you so much. But more than that, we thank being with you. That time was great.
Yeah. So many wonderful things, including getting a really good cardiologist. Thanks to Grace. This is a song we've done a lot. We don't think we've done it during these shows yet, and it's a song from 1965. And we decided to change the tempo. We didn't change the lyrics or the melody. Changed everything else, though. And then people are supposed to guess who wrote the song. Some of you who are familiar with our shows know the answer, but a lot of other people don't. And they don't know that you know the answer. So during the playing of this song, we'll see if you can guess who wrote the song. We love wrong answers. I've just seen a face, I can't forget the time or place where we just met. She's just the girl for me. I want all the world to see we've met. Da, 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 da. Had it been another day, I might have looked the other way, I'd have never been aware. But as it were, I'll dream of her tonight. Da 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 da. Falling, yes, I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. I have never known the likes of this. I've been alone and I have missed things and kept out of sight. For other girls were never quite like this. Da 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 da. Falling, yes, I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes, I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. I've just seen a face, I can't forget the time or place where we just met. She's just the girl for me. I want all the world to see we've met. Da 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 da. Falling, yes, I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes, I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes, I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. There you have it. Written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney. They did a lot faster version than that, though. Where'd I go with this? I was just checking on. This is live, and see if I need to say anything or look at anything.
How's the sound, everyone? Is it nice? Is it balanced?
Somebody said it was good sound.
Okay.
So we've got comments, lots of comments. Great sound and video. We have new lights up too this time. We have some photography lights that we set up. Because the problem we were having before was the sun was shining in on the windows on the west side of our room and illuminating the room, and it looks just beautiful. And then it got darker and darker as the evening went on, and our camera kept adjusting for that light, which made our non-adjusting camera get all fuzzed out. And so now we got our own artificial lights. And it's really cloudy and dark out today outside.
Which I love.
Yeah, she does.
So I'm looking for a pick. I already lost my pick.
Here,
That's amazing.
Maybe it's in your pick pocket.
It wasn't.
I'm just looking to see if there's any requests here while Kate introduces this song.
Whoops. Let me get my capo on.
Oh, Judy McLaughlin's over in Michigan tonight, too.
Oh.
Sitting on their front porch.
How long are you in Michigan, Judy? For the season?
Hi from St. Louis from Keith and Marcia. Thanks for doing Marissa's journey.
So,
sound is really great.
Good.
Diane Lamphere says.
Good to know.
Diane and Mark down in Hudson.
Hi, Diane. Hi, Mark.
Small town like Farwell, Minnesota. Oh, yeah, that's a small one, Ron. And thank you. Hey, Fred, Sarah. Hey, Linda and Pete.
Hi, everybody. Fred and Sarah, Linda and Pete.
Jim down in Stevens Point area. Pete says thanks for playing Weightless.
I'm going to introduce
Rich Zawitowski guessed it. So why don't you comment about where you're listening? Some of you have already done this, but comment about where you're watching from and that'll be fun for everybody kind of to see that.
Yeah.
And so that's all I got right now. And now we're ready to move on to Floodwaters, right?
All right, this is a sing-along, and I think a lot of you know it, so I hope you're kind of walking around in your home, dancing, whatever you're doing, just relaxing. And I think you know this one, so sing along. I would like to dedicate this, again, to you, Gail, to Gail and Foster, and to you, Gail, at this time, without your Foster. And, you know, you need people in your life. Life isn't easy all the time. It never is. Things keep happening and changing. So this is just as a song for everyone to sing along, and here we go.
Also, this goes out to the folks in Baldwin, Wisconsin, and we don't want them to be dancing too much because they're probably wading in their streets because they had 5 to 10 inches of rain and had a lot of damage and one fatality. And, and just had huge, that storm that never hit here was massive down there.
Oh.
Ready? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Don't go down by the bridge. Stay up high on the ridge. Don't let those floodwaters carry you away. There's a song you used to sing before you lost everything. Don't let those floodwaters take your song away. You've been torn from your home on the high ground all alone, watching as the waters rise, as the tears fall from your eyes. Don't go down by the bridge. Stay up high on the ridge. Don't let those floodwaters carry you away. There's a song you used to sing before you lost everything. Don't let those floodwaters take your song away. Memories you kept in frames, things you thought would never change. Your morning what was never said, now it's washed along the riverbed. Don't go down by the bridge. Stay up high on the ridge. Don't let those floodwaters carry you away. There's a song you used to sing before you lost everything. Don't let those floodwaters take your song away. Yes, there's a song you used to sing, sweet Redeemer rescuing. Lift your head and sing it now. The sun is breaking through the clouds. Don't go down by the bridge. Stay up high on the ridge. Don't let those floodwaters carry you away. There's a song you used to sing before you lost everything. Don't let those floodwaters take your song away. Don't let those floodwaters take your song away.
We're going to go right into Hobos in the Roundhouse. And speaking of Hobos in the Roundhouse, it's been recorded by quite a few groups now, including our good friends Monroe Crossing. And Mark Anderson he's the bass player, the dancing bass player from Monroe Crossing. And we've opened many shows for them. And when we do that, we just go on their single microphone like this and play. And Mark said, you guys should do that more often. You should play on one mic instead of 2 mics. And he's probably right, but then now here we are doing it. So here's Hobos in the Roundhouse. from 7 to 7 every night of the week, fixing trains in the Roundhouse. I work on my feet, and I told my children, I hope the bed bugs don't bite. And I got hobos sleeping in the Roundhouse tonight. From Akron and Hinckley, Prairie du Chien, they are soldiers and lawyers. I believe what they're saying. And I'll rouse them at 4 and they'll head down the line. My hobo's sleeping in the Roundhouse tonight. Good night, my hobos, rest your vagabond heads on your old knapsack pillows in your gunny sack bed. For a few stolen hours, you'll be alright. My hobo's sleeping in the Roundhouse tonight. Well, they hired a new man to work as a guard. Every morning at sunrise, he checks out the yard. But for now, I won't trust him, though he seems pretty nice. 'Cause I got hobos sleeping in the Roundhouse tonight. Good night, my hobos, rest your vagabond heads on your old knapsack pillows in your gunny sack bed. For a few stolen hours, you'll be alright. My hobo's sleeping in the Roundhouse tonight. Well, I asked my Savior, what should I do? If I'm caught helping hobos, my job could be through. And I heard the answer so clear and so bright. Are my hobos sleeping in your Roundhouse tonight? Good night, my hobos, rest your vagabond heads on your old knapsack pillows in your gunny sack beds. For a few stolen hours, you'll be alright. My hobo's sleeping in the Roundhouse tonight. For a few stolen hours, you'll be alright. My hobo's sleeping in the Roundhouse tonight. Good night, boys. Well, looking at our set list, I realized the show is half over. That means it's time to say the show is half over. A lot of you heard the story about that guitar that Kate's playing. That was my Martin D18 from 1971 that my dad bought me when I was kind of going through a sad time. And he said, what would cheer you up? And I thought, I wish I had a good guitar. And he bought me that one. And 12 years later, I had quit music and sold it. And 34 years after that, I bought it back. And this next song I wrote on that guitar when I was 21 years old. And it's a true story about driving from International Falls, Minnesota, which is right on the Canadian border, down to southern Minnesota and St. James down in Watonwan County, and where I had a job working for the highway department and had a brand new 2-week-old baby. And my wife at the time had taken the baby on the bus and headed up to see her family. And then on the way back, she was sleeping. The baby was sleeping, laying on a blanket in the back seat, and no seatbelt, of course. And I fell asleep as well. And took a little nap and drove off the highway. And everybody's fine. And so I think I'm gonna do it in this key. Yeah. So this is called "Wake Up." We were driving late one night on Highway 53 with the baby in the backseat. Sally slept, her head on me. The radio was playing some unfamiliar song, just the kind of tune where I would have no chance to sing along. My mind was drifting across the line into a dreamy place. I tried so hard to shake it off, I even slapped my face. Hypnotized by center lines, I soon was conscious free, till I woke up driving down that median on 53. Wake up, pull over, walk around your car, get a clear idea where you are before you go too far. Wake up, pull over, rest a little while. You never know what you might have to face down that road a mile. Pulled back on the shoulder in one piece and still alive. My car was going 50 and my heart 155. The good Lord must have guided me, 'cause I missed that bridge and tree. How often do I sleep right through the things he does for me? Wake up, pull over, walk around your car, get a clear idea where you are before you go too far. Wake up, pull over, rest a little while. You never know what you might have to face down that road a mile. You never know what you might have to face down that road a mile. Wake up. There you have it. I had a fun time recording that with Derek Birkland and Dulcie Ashworth on dual fiddles. It was just awesome. So that was recently. Yeah, they weren't born yet when I wrote that song. Most of you weren't.
So Aileen, we have your request coming up next, November Bloom.
Yeah, we're not going to do American Woman.
No, we didn't plan that for tonight.
No, they requested it though.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, Bob did. Yeah.
Oh.
Because Bob's in Canada and Aileen is from the United States, and they weren't together from March until like 2 weeks ago, and so she's American and he's Canadian, and they're friends that we met through our Florida connections, and saw them at our last paying show back in February at the St. Petersburg North Community Library. We've had more cancellations coming in. Our big show at Market Fest in Egan was just canceled this morning. That's on August 12th, so we'll be scheduled for next year. Most of the shows that are canceled this year are just rebooked for next year, like the Minnesota Bluegrass big August festival, same lineup next year.
Great.
Yep. So here's November Bloom. This was inspired by a poem as part of a project with our local poetry group where they took some of the poems and had songwriters turn them into songs. And I really enjoyed it a lot. I kept thinking I might just try to do that on my own sometime, just get a bunch of poems from local poets and write a bunch of songs and put on an album. But I have lots of ideas of stuff like that, like building a new covered front porch and things like that. But I do have the building permit application in the
Yes,
shop
you
now,
do.
waiting for word on that. So here's, and when we do that, we'll have a front porch concert.
Yeah.
In fact, next week we might have an outdoor concert. We're going to see about that. It'll never bloom, I tell myself, but I pick it anyway. A slumping cold delphinium on a bleak November day. All around the dried up remnants of the brighter days of June. You taught me one must brave the cold to see November bloom. It'll never bloom, I tell myself as I carry it along. And as if some tune could help it through, I sing a bloomin' song. In the house I cut the stem and drop it in your crystal vase. I remember when Dad gave it to you, how the love lit up his face. Did he take your hand and draw you to the dance floor, singing softly in your ear as you crossed the room? Did he smile his smile that for 50 years had warmed you? Did he whisper soon, November bloom? It'll never bloom, I tell myself, but the morning proves me wrong. I wake to find that 7 buds had opened in the sun. How long this blue delight will keep its flowers, I don't know. But I'm thankful for each one of them as I look out on the snow. Did he take your hand and draw you to the dance floor, singing softly in your ear as you cross the room? Did he smile his smile that for 50 years had warmed you? Did he whisper soon, November bloom? I grabbed the phone to call you as I settle in your chair. You tell me Dad came calling for your birthday party there. You said you danced and laughed and walked out in the blue light of the moon. I'm thankful that you found it too, your own November bloom. Does he take your hand and draw you to the dance floor, singing softly in your ear as you cross the room? Does he smile his smile that for 50 years had warmed you? Did he whisper soon, November bloom? Did he whisper soon, November bloom?
Aileen, that was for you.
You know, it's a lot easier to get distracted when there's no audience than there is when there's an audience. Although I used to have a show over in Bayfield, Wisconsin. It was a Saturday and Sunday afternoon, a morning and afternoon. It was a long show. Sometimes it was 9 hours long. And I get paid by the hour plus tips and CD sales, and I did pretty well. That was when I realized I could make a living as a musician if I worked hard enough. I guess you can make a living at pretty much anything if you work hard enough. So,
Keep trying.
yep. And but the problem was people would be getting the newspaper, and then they'd sit right in front of me, and they'd hold the paper up and read while and I'd be looking at the ads for cars and stuff on the back, and I try to remember the words, and I'd be going like 10% off and 0% interest. Are we going to do Wild Mountain Time?
Yeah, we were going to do Walking Down My Street, but we had so much fun doing this song at another Monday night that I decided I'd switch up the set list.
Oh, all right.
Do you know the chords pretty well?
I don't know. No, I don't, but I'll ding along with you.
I hope I do.
It's all yours, hon.
Oh, come on now.
No, I know, really, I just don't know it that well. But you know what? We're all amongst friends, aren't we?
Yes, we
There aren't
are.
any challenge scouts out there.
So, I'm going to just move this over just one more time.
Getting their music stand in place here.
So,
What key? We got capo 2.
capo 2 in the G shape, so that'd be the key of A.
Yep.
That's our key.
So it's something like that.
All right, so Tom Benson,
pick.
I know sometimes you're on with us on Monday nights.
From Ely.
So Tom, if you're with us tonight, and Wendy, if you are too, I thought I'd do this because I know last time you liked it, and so we'll dedicate this to you just for fun. Because you're pretty special people in my life and my history. So.
You guys go way back.
Yes, we do. Very special people.
In fact, there are 2 people that I knew that you knew when we didn't even know each other.
Who's that?
Tom and Wendy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, only because they own a restaurant, you know.
Yeah.
And
All right, you all set?
wait a minute, what year did you guys get the restaurant?
91, I believe it was.
Okay, and then Pat and Marianne took over after that.
I believe,
I know
yes,
Pat
yes, yes.
and Marianne were there in
Yeah,
2000.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Let's just go through the chords together.
Now Derek
then
and
we'll
Mark
sing
have it. We have a living wall there.
Yeah. Let's go through the chords one time, and then we'll sing.
All right.
Then I'll start singing. So.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Oh, the summertime is coming. The trees are sweetly blooming. The wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a tower near yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I will build all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? My true love, he were gone, I would surely find another to pluck wild mountain thyme grown around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go?
That sounded great, honey. I did better on that than I did in the song that I wrote.
That was fun. Thank you for being with us.
What's next on that list?
On our list next is Birdsong.
All right. So when I came back to writing again after my big heart incident was 1993, and I was laying there after just being revived from being clinically dead for a couple of minutes, and I thought I just died, and I didn't get back to it. And I pledged that if I survived, I'd start doing something creative with my life again. And it took a few years, actually, before I started writing again. I wrote a number of pieces. I wrote the song That's When I'll Whisper, and I wrote a story called The Bent Back Man, which I'm hoping to perform next week on this show. And it's kind of dramatic. It's like a narrative poem, and it includes some voice singing and of some of the characters in it. And then there's another one called Chantal's Dream that was about 20 minutes long. And I used to perform those the first year I was out. But I was taking going to poetry open mics, and I was reading my poems, and all my poems that I wrote rhymed. They had meter and rhyme because I was a songwriter before, and when I came back to it, even though I wasn't playing guitar yet, I was writing, with a cadence. And this one young guy came up to me and he says, "Well, I really like your poems, but dude, they rhyme." Like there was something wrong with that. And so I thought, well, I'll just try one of these free verse things. And so I wrote the poem called Birdsong, and I wrote it in free verse. Except for one part of it, I could not resist getting into meter and rhyme for it. And it's just what happened. And that ended up being the chorus. Once I gave up on the free verse thing, I decided to put some of these songs to music, and I had to then take my free verse poem and convert it into meter and rhyme. And that was the result of this. This was the result of that, I mean. And so I think I do this in G, don't I? I think that's how it goes. So Lisa, if you're watching, this is dedicated to you because I know this is a song you always request at our shows. And so here's Birdsong. I still do it in spoken word because it did well at poetry readings. So I kept most of the song. Three of the 4 lines of each stanza are spoken word, and 1 line is sung. And each line that's sung is different each time. So ultimately, with 4 verses, there's the line 1, 2, 3, and 4 that are sung at some point, not in that order. There'll be a quiz after this.
I'm worried now.
Yeah. But it's about losing the gifts we have as children. Children are very gifted, but there's things in life that happen that keep them from bearing fruit with their gift. And it could be their own laziness, and it could be family pressures and financial pressures. But then when you get to be about 45 years old and you go like, wow, I really love that. Maybe I can revisit that now in my life. But of course it costs you a lot more at that point. Lisa had a little bird when she was going into 3rd. He sang his bird song from a cage right beside the old buffet. He danced upon a swinging perch when he saw her coming in from church. She fed him berries that her mom and dad had picked that day. Sometimes she'd reach and turn the lock while making silly birdie talk. She'd move her hands so slowly as she slipped it through the gate. Her fingers brushed the dipping neck and hardly felt the gentle peck. Her lips were tickled inside from the dove sounds that she made. The innocence is gone to gray, the precious piece of yesterday, and how you wanna feel that way again. You think of what you gave away, can you get it back? Will you have to pay much more than it had cost you way back then? A distant mower buzzed somewhere, the sounds of summer filled the air. Her little brother pulled her hair. She said, go back to your age. The kitchen window curtain blew, the scent of lilacs drifted through. She heard her mother calling, you forgot to latch the cage. And the innocence is gone to gray, the precious piece of yesterday, and how you want to feel that way again. You think of what you gave away, can you get it back? Will you have to pay much more than it had cost you way back then? When a flash, her bird was gone. Out the window and across the lawn. Over border grass so long. To the forest there. She followed him into the trees where the ferns were growing to her knees, and listened in futility to the bird songs everywhere. The innocence has gone to gray, the precious peace of yesterday, and how you want to feel that way again. The innocence gave away, can you get it back? Will you have to pay much more than it cost you way back then? Lisa had a little bird when she was going into third. He sang his bird song from a cage right beside the old buffet.
All right.
Thank you. Well, that proves it. I'm not perfect. Every song so far.
Well. All right, so this is a little love song that we like to do. Let's just get started on it.
I thought I'd give you one verse of the Bent Back Man to
Okay.
prep you for next week. Twas near a castle far away. The bent-back man began his day. Around the fortress wall he toiled. His ragged coat was torn and soiled. A friend to all who happened by, but rarely were they eye to eye. His bent back bent him low, alas, so his domain was dirt and grass. He watered flowers and trimmed the hedge, and protected nests built in the ledge. The fortress walls were grand, but then his favorite charge, a creature's den. There you go.
That'll be exciting. I'm looking forward to that a lot. I am.
So look, that one's that's a big energy song. You know, it's a bit long, and it's a story song, and get into
Looking forward to that a lot.
Yeah. Have you ever heard me sing it?
Yeah. I've read it and I have heard you sing it,
long
but
time
I don't
ago.
know if it was live. It might have
Yeah.
just been. So, anyway, thank you everyone for being with us again on a Monday night.
We still got, what, 4 songs left, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, it's just good to have you with us, and I hope your weeks are going well, because tomorrow we don't know, do we? So
We don't. And
So we're going to share with you this True in You, and we're going to just liven it up and get it going.
we're just going to crank
Yeah.
it up. Crank it up. Kate's like, she says, this is like, you're like my life is like a Model T. I start every morning with a crank.
No,
Ring.
I might be a crank, but anyway.
Okay,
Okay.
here's a duet. Percussionist. You should get a drum. I wonder how I ever lived that way. The darkness and pain, confusion and shame.
I held out hope there'd come a brighter day, and it dawned when you turned my way.
I almost stopped dreaming, 'cause the fools always seeming to smile. Then the bottom falls through. They say dreams like mine are too good to be true. But I found they were true in you. With each new day I see another view. The way that you walk, laugh when you talk.
I the sweet and crazy things you do. I guess I love all that is you. I almost stopped dreaming, 'cause the fools always seeming to smile. Then the bottom falls through. They say dreams like mine are too good to be true. But I found they were true in you. Some people waste their lives away, wondering what might have been. They go around taking care of all the bare necessities. Well, my life was kind of like that too, until the day that you came in, and in your light I saw new possibilities. I wonder how I ever lived that way. The darkness and pain, confusion and shame. I held out hope there'd come a brighter day, and it dawned when you turned my way. I almost stopped dreaming, 'cause the fools always seeming to smile. Then the bottom falls through. They say dreams like mine are too good to be true. But I found they were true in you. They say dreams like mine are too good to be true. But I found they were true in you. Something in 6/8 time.
It's a fun one.
So we're going to do a Gillian Welch song now. And Kate says we have to do it tonight because she botched it yesterday.
I don't know if you've noticed, if ever, I've ever forgotten words or verses, but I was doing this song yesterday at our live show, and I did the first verse, and as I started the second verse, the first word that came out of my mouth, I knew I was not on the right page. Anyway, it's a beautiful song. It's just such a special song. We love doing it. It's Gillian Welch's Orphan Girl. And so thank you for being with us and letting us share some of these songs with you.
We got about 3 songs left? Good, okay.
Not too loud. I don't know, never mind. Yeah.
Not
Okay.
too loud. Yeah, I'm not playing pretty loud. Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember now.
Not so loud.
Huh?
Not too loud.
Oh, that's
Okay.
the intro. That's when you're supposed to be loud.
Oh.
And then you back off dynamically when the vocals start.
Perfect.
That's how I teach people when I'm teaching
I'm
songwriting.
so
you
glad. I
gotta
probably
back-
wasn't at your class.
Yeah, you play it and then you back off when,
might have
when
been,
the
but I
person
probably
starts
wasn't
singing.
listening.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want somebody who just keeps playing on through
All right.
while the lovely lady is singing.
I am an orphan on God's highway, but I'll share my troubles if you go my way. I have no mother, no father, no sister, no brother. I am an orphan girl. I I have not known them. I know no mother, no father, no sister, no brother. I am an orphan girl. But when he calls me, I will be able to meet my family at God's table. I'll meet my mother, my father, my sister, my brother. No more an orphan girl. Oh, blessed Savior, make me willing. Walk beside me until I'm with them. Be my mother, my father, my sister, my brother. I am an orphan girl. Be my mother, my father, my sister, my brother. I am an orphan girl. And Phil and Paula, I hope you're listening, Paula.
So we're going to do the closer now, which is our next two songs. And we're going to do two more songs, and our first song we're going to do is going to be our last song. And then that'll be followed by a sitting ovation and the optional yelling of encore, encore, more, Kate, whoop, whoop, whoop. And then you can press those little icons on the side and make the little hearts go up like this. And and then we'll do the encore, and it's a lot easier this way. And we'll finish up with the Steve Martin, Edie Brickell song that we often finish our shows with.
Yes, we will.
So, ready? This is called Love Is Meant to Be. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's riding on the wind. It's running down the trail. It's falling to the earth with the rain and hail. It's in the budding trees, the buzzing of the bee. It's in that loving way that you look at me. I can feel it all around me. I can feel your life surround me. It's the way that love is meant to be. It's in the sweet desire. It's stirring up the choir. It's beating like a drum round the holy fire. It's weaving in the loom. It's growing in the womb. It's in the way you move across this room. I can feel it all around me. I can feel your life surround me. It's the way that love is meant to be. I think it's a spot for a drum solo. It's in the painter's eye. It's in that last goodbye. when the body falls and the spirit flies. It's what has always been and what will always be, the magic of this thing between you and me. I can feel it all around me. I can feel your life surround me. It's the way that love is meant to be. You think the dogs would bark when they heard that? Yeah. They haven't barked at all tonight. It's amazing. Maybe they like the lighting. Could be.
Maybe
Well,
it's
they're right
making
below
them
us.
calm. Yes, they
They've been there
are.
the whole time.
Yes, they have been.
I should give everybody a little glimpse of that right now. We'll just turn this camera downwards. Oh, maybe it won't go that far. And we'll switch it over to camera 2. And there they are down there. Back to camera 1.
All right, to all of you, our friends, and to you and your friends, and your very special friend that you've had forever, or maybe even a new friend. This song is called Friend of Mine, written by Edie Brickell and Steve Martin. We have it as a duet on my CD, and we want to share it with you.
And I forgot to give the donation pitch, but you just have to go to the top of the thing, and there's a thing for donations.
We
But-
thank you for that. We don't expect it, but we appreciate
very
it so
grateful.
much. Thank you so much for that.
I just looked at my record. We've had 188 individual donations since we started doing this. That's maybe we're so thankful.
Been noticing a lot of people, and I'm not saying this, a lot of people in general have been very generous in other places where I'm working as well, and things that I'm doing. So, and when we give out, we are generous too. It's just that seems to be that time where
Yeah.
if you do have a little extra, I'm not saying that to you to give it to us. I'm just saying that
Like that
I've
stimulus
been
check, for
noticing a
example.
lot of people have been generous to me in different areas when I go places and do things and am working on different jobs.
I bought you lunch last night.
So I just think it's happening a lot. So I it's nice.
We're very fortunate in our town in that we don't have a lot of the COVID-19. We've had 14 deaths in our county, all unfortunately in long-term care facilities. There's only 3 people in the hospital in our whole county at this particular time, and so people have been really good about social distancing and wearing masks and stuff like that. And you're not doing it mostly for yourself. You're doing it for others. And I think it's just a comfort thing. You walk into a store and like I was at Quick Trip getting some cheese curds. I have a special place in my heart for cheese curds, and they're on sale. And then this guy walked up. And he's supposed to be 6 feet behind me. And he just kind of walks up and he's like standing right behind me, no mask on. I was creeped out. Honestly, I was creeped out.
I think out of respect, it's nice to wear a mask. It's a good thing to respect the other people.
People have been telling me to wear a mask for years.
Yeah.
I finally got it.
Finally got it. Anyway, be safe. Thank you, friends. Thank you for being with us.
We're gonna be in Siren, Wisconsin Thursday night for our first park concert, only park concert of the year. I think is the way it's looking right now. But Siren, Wisconsin, put on by the Humane Society of Burnett County, and we're just really excited to be doing an outdoor concert in a park for an audience. And so if you want to drive on over to Siren, Wisconsin, it's only 75 miles from Duluth, so why not?
You've been a friend of mine for such a long, long time. Made me laugh, seen me cry. Called me to say hi.
The world is such a crazy place, full of joy and pain. What would I do without you? Here to keep me sane.
I've seen revolving doors. I've been a stepping stone. I don't know what I did wrong, why they left me alone.
When everybody lets me down, you lift me up again. What would I do without you? My old faithful friend. You've been a friend of mine for such a long, long time. Made me laugh and seen me cry. Called me to say hi. What would I do without you? We bow.
Thank you, friends.
And the dogs bow wow.
Thank you for being with us. Thank you so much. We look forward to next Monday and hope you're all well. Stay safe.